This episode is brought to you by Marshalls, where you never have to compromise between quality and price. The buyers at Marshalls hustle hard, working to bring you great deals on brand name and designer pieces. Because Marshalls believes everyone deserves access to the good stuff. Visit a Marshalls store near you or shop online at marshalls.com.
Abercrombie Kids is bringing the ultimate first day energy back to school. It all starts with on-trend outfits for that front door photo shoot. Plus, the coolest tees, shorts, and jeans to take them through the rest of the year. Get them ready for their close-up and keep them comfy too. Make this grade their best one yet. Shop all things back to school, in-store, online, and in the app.
Hello and welcome to I Talk to Ghosts. I'm your haunted host, Jennifer, a teller of ghost stories and a professional medium. No, your ears are not deceiving you this evening. This is a showcased episode of my latest in-studio spirit reading with my guest, Rowdy. We had an amazing, deep discussion, and I'm so thankful that we can share this reading with you. Rowdy, thank you for your time and energy. And I welcome everyone to grab a cozy beverage, sit back, and enjoy the reading. Thank you. My guest this evening is Rowdy Joe. Welcome to the podcast. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Jennifer. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. We talked about energy just a minute ago, and I am feeling it today. I'm definitely feeling it today. I have a lot of feminine mother energy coming in. Has your mother passed on?
It's my grandma.
Your grandmother. She helped raise you?
Yeah, they lived like a half a mile through the field, so we could walk there.
The fields, okay. And she's coming in with this energy and this inner glow about her. She had a compass, an internal compass, and she knew herself. And she wants to offer that encouragement to you, that you know yourself too. And to feel shaky and ungrounded is just the self-judgment that you put on yourself, grasping to figure it out, but the external world isn't going to have those answers for you. Does all of this make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Sorry.
No, please never apologize. Tears are a really great thing. And I am a big fan of them because I cannot turn them off myself. You can take a moment if you need to. I will keep talking, though, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When I talk about a confidence in herself, there is this certainty of knowing who she was. It wasn't about necessarily being assertive and commanding. She just knew who she was, and there was a stability in that. And safe harbor. And phrases that are coming in with her are like, I can, I do, I will. And it was a simple action. But those are just such powerful messages that a lot of us struggle with. It's like, I can't do this. How do I start? How do I do this? But with her, it's simple. It's like, no, you do. You are. You decide and you are. Does that connect for you?
Yeah, she was, she was assertive towards my grandpa, which he needed it, and it was hilarious. But yeah, she was just very confident, and she didn't have to show it outwardly because I just knew how much she loved all of us. And yeah, it's been really hard since she passed. I was really sick when she passed, and so
yes,
it sucks that she didn't get better. But she likes to mess with the lights until I tell her hello.
Yes.
That's her, right?
Yes, I was going to ask her about signs. Like, she comes in with the signs really strongly. And it's funny, you mentioned your grandfather. She was bringing up like a father type figure who, it's like he was in his own brain, but there feels like there's a shakiness about it.
This is going to make me sound like a bad person, and it's not really great to say. I guess the best way I could say it is, I have a lot of siblings, and our biological father passed away, like a month ago or something like that. And so that could be some of it. He's,
okay.
We didn't have a good relationship at all, and it hurt me more to see that my siblings still let him affect their lives after he passed, when he didn't do any good for us.
Right. Okay. Yeah, there feels like there's this motion of turning away, and it's almost like
she is talking about my grandpa. I think you're right.
Okay.
Not about my dad. She's probably not really stoked with how he's handled things since she passed.
Messages can come in sort of together because they blend a little bit. It's almost like a natural conversation where one thought flows into the other, and we can unpack either of those if you'd like. But with your grandmother, there's this sense of grace with her and having the answers of, why do you want to do it that way when you can easily do it this way? A type of advice coming with anything she does. And dinner.
She got upset about the quality of the egg rolls one time, and so she spent like 3 weeks before Christmas perfecting egg rolls so that we could have good egg roll. She had the two layered ovens, and like just was going crazy all the time in there.
Yeah, this emotional importance of, for us to gather and to have this experience, this shared experience together, was just this emotional glue. And that emphasis is coming through with her. The message I wrote down for you in quotes right away was, you can do this. I love you. And that you have nothing to prove, and you have nothing to be forgiven for, and you're perfect, and she loves you.
That was a lot. Sorry. That's really...
No. I understand.
Thank you.
I understand, because when someone can come through to me in words and expression, I know it's important. And she wants to take all of that self-judgment that you are pressing down on yourself and just say, honey, I want to chuck this out the window. It doesn't belong to you. You don't need it. And it's harm for nothing. And she doesn't want you to feel that pain at all. She wants you to be light and she wants to see you laugh. And there is talk about relying on your siblings and gathering them close when appropriate. Don't isolate yourself in that respect if there's no need to. Like, if you have some good relationships with your siblings, knit that together even stronger. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, she's talking about unity. I underlined that word, unity. I take notes before I open the space and meet with you so that I can just have that clarity. I'm also wondering about candles. I was also picking up on the scent. If I can identify it right, it smells like frankincense or something like that.
Candles. Yeah, she had lots of candles, and I like to keep candles. They smell good. The frankincense, she was like I would call her a witch when I was a kid, because when I was sick or whatever, it's like, oh, Manuka honey, or like, let's try this incense oil. And I'm like, Linda, give me some Tylenol, dude. Enough with the witchcraft and the tea. Like, I'm dying. And now that I'm older, like, I like to go into her basement. She had a Burt's Bees store. So now I try to be more. I've had some other health things, so things I can do that are more natural. I'm like, oh, good looking out, lady. Thank you.
Let me see if she has any advice there. All right. Give me a moment, because this can get complicated quick. Okay, she's coming back with, white willow bark is aspirin.
She didn't lose her wit. That is amazing. She says, I'm still sharper than you, kid. You don't got me yet.
Respect the encyclopedia brain.
She's the original Google.
Yes, exactly. So much knowledge there. I'm going to switch gears. Did you ever see the movie Up?
With the grandpa and the dog and the kid? Yeah.
Uh-huh. The theme soundtrack to that was in my head this morning, and I just wanted to make note of it. It's a very comforting tune, and it gives me the feeling of like transistor radios and old jazz. I just love to share what I get when I'm working and opening the space.
They redid their house when I was younger. They added on to it. They were the first house on the lane, so the lane now is the lane, which is our last name. And in their house, it was just like it took like cassette tapes and all types of different things, but she always had music playing on the radio, like no matter what. And then once they redid that, they got like a old vinyl record player, and I have the same one in my room, so she could always play music. And the radio, even when she didn't have a dog, she wouldn't leave the house without just like turning the music up or down a little so it wasn't quiet in there. So that's something I've taken with me. It's like, music is not, it's kind of background noise, but I can't just listen to any type of song any day. I'll listen to a song and I'll be sad for 2 weeks because I understood what it was. So music, I think, was something she loved, and we didn't quite get to connect on that as much when she was alive, but I definitely think about her when I hear like beautiful instruments.
Yeah, I think music is the best measurement of time we have, because it links one moment to the next and even the pauses in between. And to have that, to say it's in the background of your life is an understatement. It's more like it's the tapestry. It's wonderful when we can connect on that level and experience what the artist intended and then share it with someone else, and the fact that she kept the music on for the animals. It's really lovely and just really insightful.
Yeah, they, while she was alive, they had a ranch with cows and horses and cow dogs, but the last 10 years or so, 20 years maybe, she had like a little shih tzu, 2 little shih tzus, and yeah, it was like you had to leave the music on if you're going to the store or something, because they don't want to be sitting in the quiet all day either.
Yeah.
She was just very thoughtful.
All right. When you said horses, she lit up. There's an emphasis there.
They scare me like to death as an adult, but she was like the greatest cowgirl of all time. If you go back to where we're from, she's like, everybody knows her and her horse. Okay, so that's why she's lighting up. We rodeoed, and that's what my brothers do for a living. My older brother rides bulls for a living, and that's what I did until I had surgery. So we're very connected to horses. And
randomly, Is someone allergic to hay or grass, though? And it's okay if you can't connect that.
Not that I can.
Okay. I'm using my human brain. It's not always correct. And let me ask you, okay. Yes, awards. I'm seeing like awards. Did she compete competitively with her horse?
Mm-hmm. In high school, she had 3 siblings, 2 sisters, and a brother, and they all rode the same horse, but she was like the one, not the 2. Yeah. Yep. So she has some, but my brother has like trophy cases full of things he's won and saddles everywhere.
Okay. Let me see. When we're talking about ailments, I was picking up on like pressure and headaches, and then it's like, whoa, body pain in the joints or the muscles.
The last week I had one of those like heart monitors that you press when you get like low blood pressure. I've had a couple incidents where I just stood up and fell. I blacked out or tried to stretch. And I have headaches like every day. I've had one this morning and I'm trying to drink more water and be more hydrated, but yeah, my headaches are terrible, like not every day, but most days. And right after she passed, I had to have a few of my organs removed. So she knows it. And last summer, I had to have both of my hips replaced. And I think, yeah, some days I feel bad that she has to be able to read my thoughts, and because just like this stuff she says about me judging myself, I didn't want her to have to hear that stuff.
But she's only trying to support you, and she knows the full picture of it, and that's why she knows and have the opportunity to tell you to soften and notice it when it happens, and give her the space to come in and to encourage you and talk to you kindly and lovingly, so that you can shift into talking kindly and lovingly to yourself. You know, we cannot be perfect, and pain especially colors everything, and fatigue and our mental state. It just influences so much of how we view things and how we view ourselves. And, you know, she just wants to pour love into you and say, hey, give me the space, give me the microphone. and listen to my words, feel my words, and then adopt them as your own. And then when you're in a better space, don't look back and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was that way. It's like, no, don't slide back into that. And also realize that it takes time, and our brain is the last thing to catch up with us. It likes the old patterns. And just because the old patterns slide back right in doesn't mean you're failing at it. It's another opportunity to strengthen your resolve and to just take a deep breath and reset. Just reset. There's a lot of talk of laughing with those who are close to you, and to remember to rekindle that and find joy. Because if you're not feeling it internally, that's when we can be like, okay, it's time for the music. It's time for the things that bring me joy. It's time to stop self-isolating if the isolating isn't doing me any good, and to reach out. And it's not a burden to others to be there for you, especially when like your main goal is to enjoy your time with them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it just is hard when I don't feel like I have much good energy. I don't want to go and have people like me like take that energy on too. So I know that she wants me to have friends, and I've kind of been not really doing anything for the last couple years but work, and yeah, I'll do better.
Well, even that phrase of "I'll do better" suggests a little bit of judgment there, and she wants to bring in the levity of it. And hey, this is about play. This is about fun. And it's not about being physically active and playing if you don't have that energy, but it's like soul food. It's that soul joy to seek out. And don't worry so much about giving your energy to others. Think about it as an energy exchange where they can lift you up and you can shift with that. And it's not as doom and gloom as it can feel. So just trust in that a little bit, okay?
Okay. There is a few people that I have been spending more time with that it does feel more like I don't feel like exhausted after I leave, and I don't feel like I drained them. It's like it feels more like we just kind of filled each other up, and just like we didn't leave each other more empty or more full. And so it's those people I have been spending more time with, and it helps.
Yeah, more of that. Not, you don't have to go overboard. You don't have to fill your social calendar. Yeah. We were talking about how we can only do what we can do, and that's okay. But just have that mindset to seek it out a little bit. And it can start with the smallest things like, hey, a book you love, or going to the library, just kind of whenever we can shift our surroundings, we are immediately going to shift our internal world a little bit as well, kind of reset, get out of it. So like little steps, and just remember to have the mindset for it. Don't forget, don't let things pull you in and bury you. Have the mindset, like leave a little note for yourself. Gosh, I think one of the things I wrote down was, seek laughter and joy. And that'll be in the messages that I have for you when we're closing up. But let me see if she has something else. She's bringing up like little craft things like popsicle sticks and stuff. This feels really young. Like when you were younger doing she said you're such an imaginative person. And to the way you used to play and create, she has so much love for that. And I can see how it would easily, when you have such an imaginative way about you, when you're not feeling well, it's affected by that. And so she wants to bring in remember childhood, remember creativity, remember that gentle play and that imagination that you have.
Sorry, I know I haven't been crying most of the time. It's just
you're wonderful.
Really, really great to hear from her. I love her so much, and I knew that her messing with the lights and knocking my stuff over and was her, and that she won't stop with the lights until I say good morning, Nanny. Then she'll cut it out. But it's the most.
I'm not kidding about this. When I put my notebook down here before I was starting, it started slipping and falling, and I had to catch it.
Okay, so that there's some stuff that I'm like, that is whoa. But okay.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, she was so powerful in life. I cannot I'm sure that you can feel it, but her hugs and just the way her hug felt and you felt when you were with her was she would do anything for the people she loved. And yeah, it's just, I knew that she would be this powerful after in my life too. And it's just, I'm very grateful for this, and I'm grateful that she can hear the stuff I say to her too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that our human brain just likes to kind of judge it and dissect it because it wants to make sense out of something, because we're used to making sense out of things. And it seems like the material world is our reassurance, but it's not. So I even play a game of, what if it's all true? Thing that I imagine, my chakras lighting up. What if that is true? I just did it, as simple as that. And taking joy in that. So whenever you're wanting to connect with her, it's like, I am connected. There's nothing to question or doubt about that. And the more we can lean into it, the more we fortify it. And it's wonderful to feel her energy. There's so much love and brightness to her. And yeah, that confidence, that self-assuredness, she knew herself. And I think I mentioned she had a compass, she knew. And with the, I will, I can, I do. And, if only we could all operate that way at all times. But, yeah, just so much grace. And she's so quick too. She's just swift with everything she does. And I feel, all right, I will tell you this. As I was setting up this for this reading, I forgot I needed my headphones, my little earbuds here for sound quality. And I'm like, I have no idea where those are. And immediately I got the message. They're right there on the table. And I'm like, oh, this is you. You know where everything is, and you're willing to just come in. I see you nodding. You just come in and you just say it. So if you ever have that burst of like, it doesn't feel like your thought, but it's in your head, so it is your thought, go ahead and trust it. Because she was there. She's like, your headphones are right there on the table. It's fine. And I went over there and they were there. And I'm like, well, thank you for that.
Okay. Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. How she'll just pop in there. And let me tell you, when I receive words and phrases, I hear it in my own voice a lot. So you can dismiss that as your own thought and your own imagination. But when it comes out of nowhere and it feels like it's just there, like usually we can follow our train of thought. But like when it comes in as like inspiration or out of nowhere, or it just feels like, oh, I know who that is. You know who it is. So let me just give you that assurance and something for you to explore. And she seems very good at it.
Yeah, she is very good at it, and it's, yeah, I can do that. It's, yeah, she's been trying, but I definitely second guess myself over everything too much, so I will definitely listen to her.
Here's a good thing that I can suggest. Have a little notebook, something nearby, and when a thought like that comes in, say, all right, I'm going to write it down. And by writing it down, see, I trust. And leave it at that. It's almost like an act of trust. And then you can always go back later and like read them again and go, wow, here it is, solid proof that this happened. But there's something about some sort of action that conveys trust in something, that it's not just you saying, okay, I trust it. It's actually doing an action, saying, I'm going to write this down. I trust it. And when you write it down, say, see, look, I'm trusting it. And sometimes I'll do that with my work here. I take my notes beforehand. I'm like, see, I'm writing it down. Give me more. And it opens up the channel. It's the act of creating that openness in yourself for future conversations as well. And it just helps back it up and fortify it. So try something like that, or if something else sounds like a better practice for you, trust in that. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be writing it down, but put a little sticker on your fridge or something like, oh, it happened again. Oh, it happened again. And at the end of the month, look at all those stickers, you know, and like how many times did it prove right? And you get that validation.
Okay. I like that. I will definitely keep a notebook for that.
Great. Yeah. And I like using the same notebook, and I buy these over and over again. And, you know, spirituality is just such untangible, unmeasurable thing. It's not something we can hold in our hands. But when you have something in here, you know, that you are holding in your hands, this was my life. This happened to me. Notebook after notebook. Your logical, analytical brain can't argue with that. So I think that's why, you know, like journaling is important. Any kind of metaphysical experience we have, to write it down, because we're bound to forget the details. Just to have that, even if you don't read them, to have these things and to keep building on it, it just provides this thread of certainty to it that we could easily keep dismissing if we're just thinking about it, you know?
You got me.
All right. I do have some messages that I wrote down for you. And I can take a picture of all these notes and email them to you as well. So don't feel like you have to like scramble to remember everything.
Okay. I was going to take notes, but it's just you are amazing. I'm very grateful for this. So just thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And I can give you the full unedited recording too. You know, I condense it for time. You know, I can even play around with, hey, let's just put it out there like this. But I can give you your reading so that you have it, and then you can take notes and rewind and do whatever. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay. So she sees your inner work. Okay, this is her message. She sees your inner work and she's here to support it. Keep going. Just keep going. Seek laughter and joy. Faith is fragile, but it makes all the difference. And let it soothe you. Take this fragile, delicate faith and let it soothe you. And gather friends around you. Practice simple joy. These are all the things she wants for you. But she sees that inner work. She knows you're ready to level up. Don't hold yourself back. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome. And I feel like, honestly, if there's anything that you need to like talk through or something like that, just reach out to me. And I hope that you have, you know, trusted loved ones that you can verbalize with things. But if you don't, I also know what it means to try to navigate this world spiritually in a vacuum. You know, it's very easy to doubt yourself when everyone else is going about in the world like it doesn't exist. And then you're like, well, maybe they're right. Maybe it doesn't exist. Maybe this is it. Maybe all I got is this rock I'm kicking. You know, that's all we have is the material world. But it's not true. It's not true. And I think that a lot of people are afraid to vocalize it because they don't want to seem like the weirdo. And at the same time, they're living their human life, and that's okay. And we're all on different paths.
Thank you for that. That means a lot. And yeah, it's not the best to just ignore it either. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. You should at least acknowledge it, and it's definitely a struggle to find the balance.
Yeah, it is. That duality can be really hard. And just, you know, in the morning, first thing when you wake up, try and find that spiritual foundation. with a simple ritual. It could just be tea. It could be that herbal, tincture. It could be lighting a candle and saying a quick prayer for yourself, an intention for the day. But to connect with yourself first before the world gets loud and starts throwing things at your head. At least you had that moment, and you're starting to build that continuity, that framework for coming at things from as being a spiritual being instead of just a material presence,
Yeah, I like that. I will. Okay.
I didn't ask you, do you have a personal ghost story you'd like to share for the podcast? Listener ghost story.
So I was kind of thinking about this morning. This is like I don't think it's really a ghost story, but it's something that happened during one of our meditation things in one of my qigong classes. It was a week long, and one of the days me and one other girl were doing, we just were very close and did a who am I meditation, and we were looking at each other, and she got really upset and I couldn't understand why, and she was like, I hadn't seen her this way, and we'd done a couple classes before, and she was just apologizing so much, and she said that she had a vision of a past life that we had lived together, where I had gotten into a bad accident and she couldn't save me. We were closer in that life, and she couldn't save me. And it was one of those things that if you heard the story or you weren't there, you could easily not believe it, but she was so emotional, and she just felt, I could just feel the guilt, and I was like, lady, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're great. Hi, Nanny. I think you are amazing. You didn't do anything, but yeah, she really felt bad, and that was probably the closest I've had to something like a ghost story.
No, that's really interesting. You hear, there's discussions all the time about past lives, and the people in our lives keep revisiting with us in different roles and different connections. So yeah, someone who's your neighbor in this life could have been your father in your last. To hear that she had just such an emotional reaction, it's like she unlocked something. She unlocked this past memory.
And I will tell you, I'll show you just on the ground.
What fell?
Nanny was upset that I didn't tell you about all the lights she's turned off, so she knocked down my coat rack.
We can discuss that a little bit too. So is it one light in particular, or all the lights in your space, or?
She hasn't done it at this space I'm at now. It's more like she'll knock a towel over that I'm like, really? I'm pretty sure that towel has been hanging up for 2 days and it's been fine. And then I look around the corner and you knock it off. But for about 2 months, I was in a hotel working on a jewelry store, and pretty much every morning when I would get out of the shower, the bathroom light would flicker until I would say, "Good morning, Nanny," and then it would stop. If I was not feeling the best, it was just like, I would be like, "Oh, she is watching you, so you better put your big boy pants on today and make her proud." And so it was like, she knew I was far away from everybody, really, and it was just, I think, her way of being extra, like, I'm here with you. You are not alone ever. I'm always with you.
Mm-hmm. She's really persistent with her love, isn't she?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it has been wonderful to meet you and to share this with you, to be able to be her microphone a little bit, be able to speak, give her this opportunity to share with you and reconnect. And was she pushing you to, hey, you should contact Jennifer? Hey, you should contact Jennifer? Because it feels like this really was meant to happen.
I was turning your episodes extra long for when you would do crowd reading.
Oh, the message from the spirits, yeah.
Through the winter, I had my hips replaced and was working with special ed kids at the elementary school I grew up in. And I kept thinking that she was trying to tell me to call you. So as soon as I saw you were opening, I was just beyond grateful and excited, and I didn't hesitate for a second to book it because I knew she was trying to get to me. And I don't know how I don't know how it works, but something about the way you do your readings and your voice is just very peaceful and calming to me. And so she was trying to get me to call you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for trusting me to do this for you. It means the world to me. That concludes tonight's spirit session. If you're interested in possibly getting a free reading with me as a guest of the podcast, feel free to visit italktoghosts.com, or you can go to italktoghosts.com/readings to book a session for certain. There's also a discount if you're willing to share your reading as a guest on the show. But no pressure, one-on-one private sessions are available. Again, visit italktoghosts.com for all the details. Thank you and good night.
Fear Daily is a podcast that takes you into the shadows of the past, unearthing the 1990s most terrifying tales of monsters, madness, and life after death. Discovered on a forgotten bulletin board server somewhere in Pennsylvania's Rust Belt, these stories are an archive of humanity's strangest encounters with the unknown as told by the people who experienced them. Written by Brennan Storr, creator of the Ghost Story Guys, and hosted by Brandon Scheck-Snyder of Southern Gothic, Fear Daily is your window into the dark corners of our world. Follow Fear Daily today on your favorite podcatcher to receive new episodes Monday through Friday, each and every week.
Welcome to Brew Crime, a true crime and beer podcast. Join me, Mike.
And me, JT.
As we explore the world of crime, conspiracies, or whatever catches our attention. This is a podcast where we pick a theme, cover a few cases, and pair them with a brew.
Between themes, we do what we call Brew Crime News. A funny look at current news stories, be it crime, animals, sports, or even celebrities.
You can find us on all social media at Brew Crime. Our website is brewcrime.com. And you can find us on any podcast app at Brew Crime Podcast.
Join us as we discuss the horrible crimes that surround us, and maybe, definitely, tip a bottle or two back as you do it. Drink with us weekly.